Right. So sorry it took me so long to make this recording, but this is the last part of our book, Journeying Through the Building of the Great Wall. So, you have chosen to be an architect, okay? You have lived in the shadow of the Great Wall all your life. In the early years of the Ming Dynasty, your ancestors helped to rebuild many ancient sections of the wall that had fallen into ruin. Now it is your turn. The Great Ming Dynasty began in 1368 when Yuan Zhang defeated his rivals at the end of the Mongol-ruled Yuan dynasty and became the first Ming emperor. So I want you to look him up. All right? Look him up and gather some information and write it in your notebook. Whoops. Sorry, I need to highlight that. All right. He was a strong and ruthless warrior, but the emperors that came after him were not. Whoops. Sorry, I keep dropping my phone. Zhu Yuanzhang began life as a poor peasant. He later became the commander of an army that drove out the Mongol rulers of the Yuan dynasty. He then established the Ming Dynasty and became its first emperor. So, what does this mean that he began life as a poor peasant? How is that different from all of the other emperors that ruled the dynasties? Many times the Mongols and other enemies defeated the Chinese armies. The Mongols were a constant threat, and no one knew what to do about them. The Chinese armies could not completely defeat them. The Ming rulers didn't want to make friends with them either. The only thing the Ming rulers could think of to do was to build new walls to keep them out. The Ming walls include some old walls and many new ones. It is 1568, and the Ming Dynasty has been working on the wall now for more than 200 years. But there is more to be built. Everything will be bigger and stronger than anyone can imagine. The Ming Emperor Longqing has ordered beacon towers. So, which emperor is this? The Ming Emperor Longqing has ordered beacon towers, watchtowers, and forts to be designed and built along the wall. He hopes the strength of the wall will keep out all the Mongol enemies. It is not one single long wall, though. It is known as the 9 frontier garrisons. The wall is divided into 9 military districts. Each district has a military garrison and a commander who is in charge of it. Each commander is also in charge of building and maintaining the wall in his garrison. So, what is a garrison? And who is the commander in charge? You are a new architect, still learning how to design buildings. You have been chosen to help with the design of some of the structures. This means that you must leave your wife and child behind in the village. You will miss them terribly, but this is a great chance for you. After weeks of travel, you arrive at the construction site. Before you have a chance to get your bearings, a soldier informs you that architects are needed on the watchtowers. Older parts of the wall already have towers, but they are little more than earthen platforms where soldiers stand guard. A military commander, Chi Jiguang, no, Jiguang, Ji Guang, wants to build a new kind of tower. All right, I want to know who this person is and what kind of new tower it could be. He is a garrison commander, and the emperor put him in charge of designing new walls and fortifications. All right. Qi Jiguang defeated Japanese pirates and Mongol invaders before his assignment on the Great Wall. Many carvings and statues have been made of this Chinese military hero. When Qi Jiguang first saw the wall, he was unhappy. Many parts of the wall were in ruins. The soldiers had no shelter from the weather. They had to stand in the snow and rain. There weren't any storage areas for weapons or food. And worst of all, the wall was hard to defend from enemies. Now Qi Jiguang is overseeing the construction of new towers, and you are going to work with him. We must build better towers, he says when you meet him. They must be large enough to hold soldiers and supplies. They must also be strong enough to keep our enemies out. Some of the towers will be solid with a platform on top. There will also be hollow towers with rooms and storage areas inside. He gives you the choice between designing a hollow tower and planning the interior space of the towers. So this is your choice. All right, you can design a hollow tower, or you can work on the interior space design. So you need to write in your notebook what is your choice and why is that your choice.